Okay, let's unpack this. We've been looking into the recent seismic activity near Kyushu, Japan.
Yeah, pretty significant.
Right.
A 5.5 magnitude quake.
Exactly. And then, what was it, over 1,000 aftershocks rattling the region in just a few weeks?
That's right. It's quite a sequence.
Yeah.
Really highlights the forces involved.
It really does. So our mission today really is to get into Japan's, well, unique approach to living with this constant seismic activity. How they combine, the science with this incredible societal resilience.
Yeah.
Because the Meteorological Agency, they're saying stronger tremors are still possible, right? But prediction, well, it's just not there yet.
It isn't. Accurate prediction remains elusive.
So how does a whole nation cope with that kind of constant uncertainty?
Well, what's really fascinating looking through the sources is just Japan's sheer depth of experience. I mean, it's one of the most seismically active places on Earth. And it's not just about coping, as you said. It's more of a proactive stance, a philosophy almost. There are definitely lessons there for all of us in facing uncertainty.
Absolutely. And without knowing exactly when the next big one will hit, that collective mindset, that philosophy, it becomes, well, essential, doesn't it?
Totally essential.
These recent shakes near Kyushu just underline it all again. Even with all the tech, the authorities keep stressing readiness is the key.
Preparedness, yeah. Their message is pretty consistent. Stay calm, stay vigilant, take proactive steps. That saves lives.
And it's not just talk, is it? You see it in the actions.
No, exactly. It translates into very concrete, systematic stuff. Officials pushing readiness checks.
Like checking evacuation routes, shelters on standby.
Yeah, all that. Reviewing routes, prepping shelters, making sure emergency kits are good to go.
Yeah.
And something your sources highlighted, which is remarkable. The engineering.
Ah, the building codes.
World class. Arguably the strictest. Often requiring structures to have things like seismic isolation or damping systems. Basically designed to move with the quake, not fight it head on.
Right, to sway rather than resist.
Exactly. And that blend of cutting-edge science and this deep societal readiness, that's what really stands out.
So that readiness, how do they keep that going over the long haul, especially, when years might pass between really big events? How do they fight complacency?
Well, it seems to be woven right into the society, starting really young.
You mean like in schools?
Yeah, absolutely. The sources mention Busai disaster prevention drills in elementary schools, sometimes like once a month.
Wow, monthly.
Often, yeah.
Yeah.
And these aren't just simple fire drills. They cover the drop, cover, hold-on stuff, but also actual earthquake simulations sometimes.
So it becomes almost automatic.
Kind of a generational reflex, yeah.
Yeah.
Making preparedness feel second nature.
Yeah.
I remember reading, I think, in one of your articles about a small fishing village in Tohoku. Hit hard by tsunamis before, but they still meticulously practice their evacuation drills. Even like with their pets involved sometimes. That detail tells you a lot.
That's incredible commitment. And with the Earth's crust there still so active, these aftershocks could easily go on for days, maybe weeks.
Precisely. Which just underscores why this whole proactive thing is so vital.
You see residents constantly being reminded, right, keep phones charged, have emergency radios, enough food and water.
Medication too. Usually for at least 3 days. That's the standard advice.
It's truly inspiring. But, staying constantly vigilant like that must have its own challenges, surely.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great point. The immediate response is often impressive. But the long-term challenge is managing what some call preparedness fatigue.
Right. It must be hard to stay on high alert indefinitely.
It is, especially maybe for communities that haven't had a major quake hit them directly in a while. So they constantly have to innovate, find new ways.
Like public awareness campaigns, different kinds of drills.
Exactly. Keeping the message fresh,
Yeah.
relevant. Making sure that sense of individual responsibility and community connection doesn't fade. It really shows how deep this culture runs, from the government right down to every household.
So, okay, let's sort of bring this together. What's the big takeaway for us? Japan's commitment to this calm vigilance, it really shines through.
It does.
Reviewing routes, prepping shelters, people keeping phones charged, having supplies. It's just a powerful example of collective resilience, really, foresight.
And maybe that raises a question for you listening right now.
Right.
If we know uncertainty is just, part of life, not only in earthquake zones, but everywhere, what small things, what tangible actions could we take today, sort of inspired by Japan, to build up resilience and readiness in our own lives?
Yeah, something to think about as you go about your day. How can you be prepared? Resilient, united in facing whatever might come next.